Nitai pada kamara koti chanda susitala Nitai pada kamara koti chanda susitala Nitai pada Koti chanda susitala Nitai pada kamana Koti chanda susitala Echaya Janganta chura Echaya Janganta chura Eno nittai vineva Radha Krishna Pradena Radha Krishna Pradena Drinta Korim Dharo nittai pa Sambandhanai chara Vritta janma kilota Vritta janma kilota Se pasum borodurachara Nittaina bodhila mukhe Machilo samsara sukhe Nittaina bodhila mukhe Machilo samsara sukhe Vitta kodem ki kari beta Nitai Nittai Pada Pasariya Asantirin Santa Korimane Nittaya Karunare Bhaktiranta Krishna Bhave Bhaktiranta Krishna Bhave Dharu Nittaya Yechavandukare Nittaya Sattatara Seva-Ashram Nittaya Sattatara Seva-Ashram Nittaya Pada Sadako Asa Narotama Bododoki Nittaya Mori Guru Shoki Narotama Bododoki Nittaya Mori Guru Shoki Rakoranga Charanera Pasha Jai Nityananda Prabhu Nityananda Nityananda Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Nityananda Nityananda Prabhu Nityananda Gora Baum Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Seva-Ashram Gaura Bhanta Binda Shri Advaita Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Krishna Shri Advaita Gadadhar Seva-Ashram Gaura Bhanta Binda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Seva-Ashram Gaura Pahum Nabanchiyamaino Gaura Pahum Gaura Pahum Nabanchiyamaino Gaura Pahum Premaratana Dana Hedaya Raino Hedaya Raino Gaura Pahum Nabanchiyamaino Gaura Pahum Nabanchiyamaino Chatana Kori Danate Yagino Atane Chatana Kori Danate Yagino Apana Karama Doshe Ambayo Satsangachari kaino asante virasha Tekane nagiloche kama bantakasha Visaya Vishama Visha Satanta Kaino Visaya Vishama Visha Satanta Kaino Gaura Kirtana Rase Magana Nahaino Kirtana Rase Magana Nahaino Kino Vachae Pana Kisonke Paiya Kisonke Paiya Navotame Sakeno Nagero Maria Sakeno Nagero Maria Gorapao Nabajia Maeno Gorapao Nabajia Maeno Vatana Dana Hilaya Harino Hilaya Harino Boapao Nabatia Maeno Boapao Nabatia Maeno Gola He Prabhu He Gola He Prabhu He Gola He
Ja, 48.
Jana Mana
Who should I follow now? Who should I do this?
If you tell me
The
what to
mic is
sing,
nu bij Brenda.
then tell me what to sing.
You can sing jij laat het allemaal.
No, that's too simple.
Ah, dat is not so simple. Dat is
No,
the top notch.
no, what she did.
Simple but not easy.
What?
Harinama Tuba Pudeka.
Harina.
Harima.
You want to come?
I never sang that. Harina, what?
It says Harinama, Harima.
Where are you? Oh no, that's cool. Even more complicated. Harinama. I'm trying to find it. No, which page? Oh yeah. 180 version. You have to run the like already.
One more take tonight.
reads along the singing?
That's normally.
Okay.
I didn't read it. These are names. These are all names. Names.
You read the translation or what?
No. It's also right. It's so beautiful.
You were all deeply absorbed in
The
bhajan and bhajan.
meaning of the bhajana.
We speak something or we listen or what is the schedule?
Normally we have bhajans until 8 or 8:45. Then we have class until 9 max. Then Arati program.
9 o'clock already. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Jai Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Jaya Yasodananda Brajanatha Yasodananda Brajanatha Yamunati Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, What are you doing?
Anything from the parents or can you want to continue?
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapad Kamalam, Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya, Sri Rupam Sagrayatam, Sahagana Raghunatan Vitantam Sajivam, Sadvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam, Sri Radha Krishna Padam, Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitam Sya, Agyanati Mirandasya Janandana Salakaya Chakshur Unmiritam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha. Vanchakalpatarupyasya kripa sindhu bhaivacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita, Sri Gadadha, Srivasari, Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Reading from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the last part. It is called Antya Lila. Here, Rai Ramananda instructs Pradyumna Mishra.
It's already over that.
You done that?
Yeah, this is the story after that. This is like one Bengali poet. He came and he wrote one play about Mahaprabhu and wanted to present it to Mahaprabhu, but first everything had to be checked by Sarvabhaumata. And then Sarvabhaumata asked to recite the first shloka, and then the Bengali poet, he compared Jagannath with the body and Mahaprabhu with the soul. And so Sarvabhaumata became very angry. You have done offense against Jagannath. You think the deity is just a piece of wood, and you have done offense against Mahaprabhu also, because you think he is a soul like an ordinary jiva. And furthermore, although you have no understanding of absolute truth, you're trying to write transcendental literature, and this is therefore you are guilty, and you will be punished. It was the last, no.
Page number 160. Because I posted. Do you have to translate? You can do it, right? You speak English? Oh, good. Because I speak German. You don't speak German? Okay, just a little bit. I'm still learning. You're from America? From the States? Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia? Where is that on the planet? Czechoslovakia?
That's a very famous country. Many. Yeah.
They don't exist anymore.
No, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, near Hungary. Near Germany also, it is. I think on the border of Germany. Yeah. Above Austria. Austria, Hungary, Czechia, Slovakia. It is two countries now, Czechia and Slovakia. Yes. So very lucky, Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can share with each other. Every one of us is fortunate, that we have received opportunity to hear the glories of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his devotees. This is really greatest fortune. By the mercy of the devotees, we can obtain the love for Krishna, because the devotees, they have the love, that is the mood to serve Sri Krishna in transcendental world. That is really the definition. Yesterday we discussed that. A devotee or a bhakta is someone who either serves in the transcendental world or desires to serve in the transcendental world with his or her transcendental body. You know that, huh? Yeah, bhakta. So in life we have so many things to do. I think, Angeline, you also have a lot of things to do in your life. Yes, eh? And sometimes we have a goal, isn't it? Or many goals, or many different things. Because so many things are going on in this world, and always it tries to pull our attention. But it is important to have one goal, ekantik, to become one-pointed. That is the nature of the soul also. The soul is who we are. You agree with me, Angeline? The soul is the real self, but we have forgotten due to preoccupation. We are more worried for the body, to protect the body, to give it good food, good place to sleep, and some nice pleasures in this world, which we think are making us happy. At least it seems that sometimes we are happy in this world. But we forget, sometimes we know even that we are the soul, but we do not receive an opportunity to learn, to be educated, how to make the soul healthy and happy. If soul is sleeping, no matter how many things we do with the body and the mind, then we are not alive. One time we were with Srila Gurudev in Hawaii, and he told to Madhav Maharaj and myself, "You are sleeping the whole day," he says. And he was laughing, and of course we were also laughing, because, Gurudev laughing, we also laugh like sheep, Then I was thinking about it, what does Gurudev mean? Because although we were not, at least myself I know, not always busy as a priority, although indirectly maybe I was thinking, but so many things had to be done every day for Gurudev's service, to assist. But I noticed that what is the real meaning that Gurudev is telling, that still my soul is sleeping. I don't allow that which is the food for the soul to connect, to enter the domain of who I really am. Therefore it is said in Bhakti, we must know who we are and where do we reside. Chandra Didi, can you tell me who you are and where is your place of residence? Ja. Ja.
Also ich wohne momentan noch in Bochum.
In Bochum, Very good.
Ja, mit meinem Körper. Aber ich versuche hier diesem Pfad zu folgen, soweit es mir möglich ist.
Ja, das ist schön. Ja. Aber wir sind die Seele, das glaubst du auch.
An die Seele.
Wir sind eine Seele. Glaubst du das?
An die Seele.
Ja, an die Seele.
Hier, dass wir einen haben, auf jeden Fall.
Wir haben eine Seele. Wir sind eine Seele. In die westerse filosofie oder cultuur, die spirituele cultuur die hier zo verbreid is, al die filosofen in especially Deutschland, but I will try to speak in English for Angeline. There are many philosophers here in Germany especially, France, England, America, and we think we are on the, we are on the top of society, because we are so expert to give the body comfort and happiness and all kinds of things to keep us busy the whole day, isn't it? Television, and now we have all these other things, smartphones and what have you. When we were young, we didn't have television, no smartphones, no computers, and we were happy, with nature. We lived in a village, and there was and we thought about God also. So when we learned, I remember when I was reading Bhagavad Gita, and then I was especially very inclined and fascinated by the teachings of our spiritual masters, like Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Do you know Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Angeline? You heard about him?
Well, the name is not completely strange.
Yes. He's one of the greatest pioneers and philosophers and spiritual examples of a person who is not in any way connected with the idea that in this world I should be happy with the body and family. Rather, he completely realizes his real identity, that he is eternal servant of Sri Krishna, and in this world only the service of Krishna is important. And what is that service? To help each other to cultivate our loving relationship with Sri Krishna in the eternal world, in the transcendental world. God. You know, Krishna you know, Anjali? Yeah, Krishna. We call God Krishna, but more than that, it is much more. Yeah. He is the origin of everything. Sri Krishna is the embodiment of love. Yeah. If any love is here in this world, it comes from Sri Krishna. Yeah, Vrinda. Her parents are devotees, so she's grown up. You're grown up, with Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
To a certain degree, I was growing up with it, but as a little kid, and then everyone stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So after a few years, no one cultivated anymore.
The process of bhakti, yeah. They stopped, yeah.
Yeah.
And today also they are still in this world. They are in the world.
Today they are still here, but I don't have so much contact with them, just with my father.
Okay.
He's cultivating it.
Oh, that's nice. That is nice.
Sometimes coming here.
Oh, the father?
The father?
Really?
Oh, good.
How far is it from you to your to Bochum? No, to where?
Father lives in Bochum, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
It's near to you.
Where?
It's near to your place, where you're staying now.
Oh, near to
Düsseldorf, yeah.
Düsseldorf, yeah. Yeah, Bochum is not so far from our place.
Oh, now 40 minutes from you.
Yeah, we can visit your father if you want.
That would be nice.
You tell him that
Great.
I'm living nearby, we are like neighbors. Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Is he still active? Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Tarun Vilasini is also not so far.
Oh, also nearby.
Markandeya, of course, is there. Yeah.
Taruna and Vilasini also in Bochum?
No, they are in Bad Meinberg. It's a little, maybe an hour.
Yeah, I know that. But didn't they move from Bad Meinberg, or they had another house in Bad Meinberg?
Bad Meinberg, yes.
They live in their own house now?
Yeah.
Because they had rented their house, and they lived with two devotees.
Now they have their own house.
Okay,
But they are staying with devotees. Vilasini's mother is there.
okay.
And Vilavias devotee staying with them.
Oh, good.
And also they're doing program, and another devotee is also coming.
Okay.
Oh, wow. We should get their address and maybe we can connect with them.
Yeah, I was with. They lived in Radharani's house, Damodari's house,
Oh, that's you.
but they moved from there.
Okay.
So many devotees. So Angelina, in the Western culture, Jacqueline or Angeline? Angelina. Angel. So now, but you received another name when you were born?
Ramani.
Ramani, yeah? Angeline Ramani. Oh, Ramani is a very beautiful name.
You don't like so much. You like Anjali more. I'm used to it more because, like, outside and in public, everyone will just call me
Angel.
Anjali is also devotee name.
Yeah, also Anjali, yeah. Anjali. Not Anjali, but Anjali. So in this Western civilization, there are many, we call them philosophers and whatever else, yeah, great thinkers. And they are always trying to help us to get a good idea about life. And even in Christianity and in the religious, what we see, different religious cultures, they are encouraging us to think that we are the body and we have a soul. Do you agree with me, Chandra? We are the body and we have a soul. It's okay? Yeah, is good, huh? In Eastern cultures, spiritual cultures, like China, Japan, especially India, they learn that we are the soul and we have a body. What do you like, Ramani? What do you prefer?
Depends on the point of view.
The point of view.
At some point, the soul, because the soul is something eternal, unlike the body.
Yes.
The body will rot away one day,
Yeah,
but the soul will remain and will continue its journey.
that's true. The soul is eternal. Do you agree, Chandra? Soul always travels from one body to another. The problem is we don't know the soul. This is our problem. We know the body, right? We know everything with the body. Therefore, we like to think that I am the body. We are not liking, we are... It is natural to think I'm the body. Yeah. Isn't it? Like in West, you can see in West even. In India, not everyone, but most people, they have a car, who have a car. Sometimes they have an accident, a small accident, or they don't worry so much. Yeah. They drive around, and there is a big bump in the car, no problem, as long as the car moves. Yeah. And once a year or once every 3, 4, 5 years, they patch up the car a little bit. But here in Western countries, because they see the car needs to bring me from one place to another place. In Western countries, if you have a small scratch on the car, isn't it? People become furious. My car is damaged. Yeah. And they will go to the insurance or make any plan to. Why? Because we are so much thinking always identifying with that which we know the most about. That is the body and this material world. We know so much. We have collected so much. What is it? Members, friends in this world. Cars, horses, dogs. Yeah. Do you have a dog, Ramani? Do you have a dog? No.
I'm not a dog person.
Cat or anything?
I used to have a cat.
Cat, yeah. Why we have all these things? Why we collect all these things? Narottam Prabhu. We want to have a relationship. Yeah. We want to express love and affection. Isn't it? We want to pet the dog or the cat or the children. Narottam, you have children also? No children. Well, you were married, right? Or not married? Lifelong, like a yogi. Yeah. Sorry? Unmarried, eh?
Emirate means like someone
Who is very special.
shielded place in the forest.
Aha, like a yogi. Yeah. Hermit. Hermit. Oh, yeah. Emirate in Germany, you call emirate? Eremit, eh? Oh. So we all, what is it, born in this world, and we learn so much about the body and the mind, always thinking what is happening with the body, what is happening with the relationships in this world. Yeah. Isn't it? We are so much aware of all the things that are happening around us. And because of that, we are always busy with so many things. Now Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita that is not bad to Arjuna. You can do that, and you can by that also come to me, he's telling. If you know how this world works, what is this world, what is this body, and especially try to know who are you, he's telling in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Yeah. You have read Bhagavad Gita, Ramani?
Not Bhagavad Gita, but I read Mahabharata
Mahabharata, yeah.
a few times.
Wow.
I don't remember much from like half of the book till the end.
Yes.
So one day I probably
Yes.
and really go it from the beginning to the end.
Yes. Bhagavad Gita is very, very much, what is it? A guide, like a guru. Yeah. It is Krishna himself speaking. So Krishna is the origin of all gurus. And he speaks in Bhagavad Gita in such a way that Arjuna, who is Krishna's eternal devotee or friend even, yeah, although he was completely perplexed by all the things that were happening around him, he had to fight a war against his family members. Yeah. But he needed, to assist Sri Krishna in a very special service. And that was to explain the signs of devotion or the method how to develop pure love. Yeah. In this world, everyone has opportunity to love each other, isn't it? We have relationships, and we are also expressing, in those relationships, through love and affection, how much we care for each other and we want to help each other to become happy, isn't it? Narottam Prabhu? It is normal, it is true. Yeah. You were living in the forest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In which country was that?
In Canada.
Canary. I remember, you told me your history in the Canary Islands with nice climate, right? A cow also.
It was not really a cow.
Oh,
It was before a cow. But a cow is only cow when she has milk.
yeah.
When she's young, in German it has a different name.
Oh, if they don't give milk, they have a different name, eh?
In Deutschland we sagen Rind und dann ist Kuh.
Yeah.
Does not really have baby and has no milk.
How old was he?
Maybe 3 years.
Yeah, when they are young, we also call them different in Holland. When they get babies, then they become mother cow. So in this world, Arjuna, he was completely perplexed by the situation he found himself in. He didn't want to in any way cause harm to anyone, but it was necessary. Yeah, Krishna said, I want to use you as my instrument because you are my devotee. So he placed Arjuna in a very precarious situation, very difficult situation, that he had to make, a war. Yeah. He had to fight against his own family members. It was very difficult, against his own teachers, who brought him up from young age. Yeah. And Krishna told him, it is my desire that you become my instrument in establishing what is the real process of yoga or religion. Yeah. And then Arjuna said, I cannot do it. Yeah, I prefer to be a sannyasi or a hermit. Yeah? Hermit? Emrit, to go to the forest and renounce all responsibilities in this world and simply meditate on Supreme Lord. Yeah. So Krishna, he very peacefully and with so much empathy, he heard Arjuna's all problems, all reasons why he should not engage in the war. He said, I cannot kill my teachers, my family members. Yeah. So many reactions will come, bad karma, bad reactions. Then Krishna said, you are you are speaking many good things, he thought, many wise words, but you should see very carefully that what is this world? And then Krishna started to explain what is this world. That in this world, he said, there is no death. Yeah. There is no birth, there is no old age, and there is no disease for the soul, he says. The soul is eternal, it has a different nature than this world. This world is made of another quality, that is called, it is temporary, and it is always full of problems. So if we have only knowledge about this world, Krishna says, then we are always surrounded by darkness. But if we have knowledge about who we really are, and where do we live, and how can we become happy forever? How can the soul be happy? Then Krishna says, then everything will be successful. Then you can see that in this world, no one is doing anything. It is all directed by the material energy, which consists of 3 different types of, we call it activities. The activity of the mode of nature that is called ignorance, passion and goodness. And we are simply, in the place where we reside, in this body, we are observing. And we are always, that much as what we identify with the body, we are thinking we are happy, we are sad. But if we know, by good advice, by good education, that we are not this body, then there is hope that we can become happy, really, even while we are residing in this body, and so many things will happen to this body. Ultimately, we will have to give up this body. It will come very soon, perhaps, for some of us. Like for Narottam and myself, we are in old age now, Narottam Prabhu. So we will not be around for a long time. I think half of your life has passed, Narottam Prabhu, in this body. For me also. So what is the reality of our situation? If we have not given importance to nourish that which really is ourself, then our life has not been really properly utilized. So Krishna telling to Arjuna, you are soul, dehinusmin yata dehe komaram yovaram yara. You are traveling in this body as a soul, from young age to grown up, then to middle age, then to old age, and then leaving the body, coming to another body. The soul is always traveling eternally, in different bodies. So these bodies, they are not our real nature, they are our temporary nature. They are called in Sanskrit naimitika, temporary identification. It is not permanent identification. So when we ask Chandra, who are you and where do you live? Then it is true that you are Chandra and you live in Bochum, but really there is more. We are Atma, soul, and we live in the body. In which place do we live in the body? In the heart. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, try to nourish Arjuna, the soul. Try to give importance to the soul. Try to give food to the soul. Don't just worry only about the body. Make some time for the soul. How do we make time? That is what we are doing today. We are coming here and we are hearing some very beautiful glories about the nature and the life of the soul. We are hearing now the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Chandra, can you tell? Ja.
Ich höre mir immer wieder Lecture an halt, versuche soweit wie es mir möglich ist halt Service zu machen,
Ja.
ich kann. Also ich habe momentan nicht so dieses Interesse halt mir diese Theorie, die Geschichte in meinen Kopf reinzutun halt.
Ja.
Ich höre mir bestimmte Sachen an halt und irgendwie wiederholen sich teilweise viele Geschichten, die ich höre. Aber ich merke jetzt irgendwie gerade auch Widerstände.
Ja.
So und irgendwie
you feel a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah.
Ich weiß nicht, es wird natürlich mit dieser Sprache halt, die man jetzt in diesen Büchern gelesen hat und damit wird gesprochen. Das ist nicht meine alltägliche Sprache.
Nein.
In meinem Beruf spreche ich eine andere Sprache halt. In meinem Alltag spreche ich auch eine andere Sprache halt. Und irgendwie, mir fehlen jetzt einfach die Worte teilweise halt, um irgendwas mit dieser Sprache zu erklären, die jetzt in den Büchern gelehrt wird.
Ja.
So, und ja, erstmal Punkt.
Was ist dein Beruf?
Ich arbeite mit jungen Erwachsenen halt als Sozialpädagogin.
Aha, Sozialpädagoge.
Bitte?
Sozialpädagoge.
Ja,
Pädagogin.
genau.
Okay.
Ja, und ja, mein Alltag sieht anders aus.
Ja, ja.
Just needs a little time to tune in.
Yes. You have no time to read books and all that.
Also am Anfang, als ich in Kontakt bin mit dem Krishna-Bewusstsein gekommen bin, habe ich mehr gelesen und
Ja.
jetzt so gar nicht.
Nein, ne?
Gar nicht. Nur das, was ich jetzt irgendwie, wenn ich irgendwo bin,
Ja.
was ich höre halt, ja, also so im Groben verstehe ich es schon,
Ja. Ja.
aber so diese ganzen Verzweigungen halt und Geschichten, wer mit wem irgendwie in welchem Zusammenhang und überhaupt, ja, da kann ich manchmal nicht mehr folgen.
Nee. So, wanneer ich etwas frage, dann ist das schwierig.
Mir ist das jetzt auch zu kompliziert. Ich
Ja.
versuche mal Englisch zu verstehen. Ich verstehe nicht so gut Englisch.
Nein.
Ich übersetze nicht.
Ja.
Irgendwie. Und sie spricht auch sehr leise. Und ich verstehe das auch nicht, weil mir das zu leise ist. Obwohl ich war schon beim Ohrenarzt irgendwie und er meinte, ich bräuchte noch kein Hörgerät. Also es macht mir jetzt momentan echt Stress.
Ja, ja.
So.
Du brauchst ein Hörgerät?
Nein, der
Doch.
Arzt meinte, ich brauche es. Es ist einfach so, dass manche Menschen eben sehr leise sprechen.
Ja.
Und,
Macht nichts, macht nichts. Ja. Yeah, I want to just make sure that we can share something.
das ist so meine Situation
Ja.
momentan irgendwie. Ich weiß, dass jeder anders lebt, in diesem Thema drinsteckt oder halt in diesem Bewusstsein. Ich steige immer wieder ein bisschen dazu.
Das ist schön.
Ich schaue
Ja.
immer wieder rein.
Ja.
Und, aber es ist nicht mein Alltag.
Nein. Well, we are very happy that you are here. Therefore, I want to make some relation that we can help each other a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are reading now something of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, sir. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I think Ramani, you also remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, eh? You have heard something. He is here, Gaur and Nitai, two brothers, Chaitanya and Nityananda. Yeah, they were in this planet physically manifest about 500 plus years ago, little more, 500. In 1986, it was 500 years ago, 14. Yeah. About 500 years ago, Mahaprabhu was in Puri at this time. And perhaps what we are reading now, that happened at that time. These beautiful teachings that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave to the world, we are relishing, we are hearing them. And by that some inclination comes to also want to be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and also be part of his beautiful desire to make everyone happy in Krishna consciousness. by practicing the process of chanting Hare Krishna, but also understanding something. If we chant Hare Krishna, it is very good. But if we know some philosophy, it is more helpful. Yeah. And if we can make the soul strong and healthy, then our life will be very beautiful, and we will continue in our next life in another new situation with more strength, more happiness, to be near the devotees of Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prabhu already told Kanhaiya Prabhu how we are now in the Jagannath Puri, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has many devotees. One of them is very intimate with him, that is Swarup Damodar. He was like his right hand, and always checking and helping. And anyone who wants to offer something to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar, he is always making sure that offering is pure and very suitable and acceptable for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there was a Bengali poet who offered something that he had made, a beautiful poem where he glorified Lord Jagannath. Yeah. And he also glorified Krishna, Lord Jagannath, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. And he made some observations that were not correct. And Swarup Damodar is now correcting him. Now the Bengali poet, Suniya Kabira Haila Lahaja Vaja Vishmaya Ham Samadya Bakaya Iche Kichuna Ikaye. When the Bengali poet heard the chastisement from Swarup Damodar Goswami, he was feeling ashamed. He became fearful and also astonished. Indeed, being like a duck in a society of white swans, he could not say anything. Taru dukkha deki sarupa sadaya ridaya upadesa kaila tareya itcha hitahaye. Seeing the poet's unhappiness, Swarup Damodar Goswami, who was naturally very kind-hearted, advised him so that he could derive some benefit. Swarup Damodar, very beautiful. Now we see what is the sentiment, the interaction of devotees. Yeah. And again, like I was mentioning, the soul is residing in the heart. And the soul wants to express love and affection. Not knowing the nature of transcendental spiritual love, the soul is bewildered in this world. Yeah. But when any beautiful soul who is actually realizing and experiencing pure love, when he comes to this world, then they express beautiful sentiments. And this is what is the aspiration of the living entities who want to become devotees, like myself. I want to become a devotee, like assisting those who are having all these beautiful qualities, like kind-heartedness. Even though Swarup Damodar gave some chastisement to the poet, but he also felt very soft-hearted. He felt like, now he must be feeling very fearful, ashamed. I see that, I observe that. What to do? I want to give him some encouragement. That even though I had to tell him that what he has written is not good, but now I should help him. Yeah. Yes, I know. So many mistakes I made when I was with Gurudev, but always he encouraged me to go further. Yeah, because we don't know what Gurudev is doing, and we make some mistakes. I remember one time we were in Bali and we were sitting together in one room with Srila Gurudev and the local devotees. The local devotee was a businessman, he had a big factory. And after the morning walk we were sitting, and I was relatively I'm still very new in this process, but only I was with Gurudev for 1 or 2 years, perhaps 3 years. So I was quite nervous still to be near Gurudev and to help or assist. That is at least what Gurudev told me. You have to help, you have to serve in this way, that way. So the telephone went, and Gurudev was speaking with the devotee, and the telephone went, and nobody picked up the telephone. So I picked up the telephone. I was not so much sitting with the darshan after the morning walk. Then telephone went, and they were asking for the gentleman who was running the business. It was already after 9 o'clock, so I thought maybe it is important. Then I asked the devotee, please, there is a telephone call for you. Then he went outside and he took the telephone call, and then Gurudev looked at me and then he said, don't do this ever again. He says, I was in the middle of operation, he says. Now you stopped his operation. So we have to learn but Gurudev very kind after that. Sometimes we don't know, and then so here also Swarup Damodar, this Bengali poet, he came and he wanted to offer something, but he was not quite aware of the proper understanding. So now he's kind-hearted and he wants to benefit this poet, this devotee. Yaha Bhagavata Pada Vaishnaverestan Ekanta Ashraya Kore Chaitanya Charan. Very important this, huh? You know the meaning of this. Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj would always use this. If you want to understand Srimad Bhagavatam, he said, now Sarup Damodar is telling, you must approach a self-realized Vaishnava and hear from him. You can do this when you have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very important. Therefore it is said that before we can really start spiritual life, our journey wholeheartedly, meaning with our full heart, our full consciousness, our full faith, we must first understand who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who is he and why did he come? And who am I and what is my duty? These questions are very essential in spiritual, that is called our journey towards spiritual perfection. Do you want to become perfect, Ramani? Oh.
At least here, nowadays, in this world and in this society, it's
So nice, But do you feel that you have some potential in yourself that really is just nobody else has that? Do you feel that sometimes? Yes, huh? Would you like to live up to your full potential? You feel that in your heart, isn't it? Yeah. That is the best perfection we can reach, isn't it? To live up to our full potential. So that is essential. So in human form of life we can feel and observe, what is the world offering me? How can I make the best use of what is in this world? And there are many good things in this world, especially the knowledge about God. That is very, very valuable. And the knowledge about the soul. And what is the soul's relationship with God. That is called yoga. Or, especially in Sanskrit and in the Vedas, it is called the yoga of devotion, or bhakti yoga. That relationship with God, that knowledge is available in this world. And if we have a little interest in this, a little inquisitiveness, or a little connection with it, then inside our hearts, that is where we live, we feel some happiness. Oh, there is something beyond this world, which is a place where there is always happiness, and where I can live my full potential. I can be who I really am, who I thought, that didn't exist even, but that is who I really am. I am not this physical body. I have a physical body, but I have an eternal, that is called identity, which is now, in this situation that I find, it is possible to develop that. That is our real potential, to develop our eternal spiritual form. Can you identify with that, Ramani? Yes. So for that we need to know who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came with all his intimate associates to give for everyone opportunity to improve, to come to a level of understanding that we will make a decision. Now I want, to take full shelter with a person who knows everything about pure bhakti, pure love and affection. That is the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is description of what is pure love. It is the topmost scripture. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is even more, helpful for those who want to enter Srimad Bhagavatam, the deep secrets that are presented in Srimad Bhagavatam about spiritual loving relationships, about spiritual personalities, devotees, how their lives, how they perfected their lives, like yogis. When you hear about someone who is a saintly person, how they became like that, then we become very, very happy to know, such persons also exist, isn't it? When in this world, when we hear someone who is successful in something, then it creates some interest. How did this person become successful? When we hear about a yogi, a saintly person, who is always happy, who is in love with God, then we want to know, how did he become like that? So in Bhagavatam, it is full of descriptions of beautiful glories of loving relationships between Krishna and his devotees. If we want to become also situated in a loving relationship with Sri Krishna, then first we must understand who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and accept Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as our ultimate, that is called guide and master and teacher and example in every way. We can speak a little bit more about this tomorrow. You'll be here tomorrow, Ramani, also, Chandra also. You are together? Okay. And tomorrow we speak a little bit more about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he is so important for all those who want to become successful in life. It is very important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a big family. Narottam, how many living entities are part of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's family?
Unlimited.
All, I think all are in the family. All are coming from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So nice. We are all in his family. So he's our father, but also our mother, and also our friend, and also our most beautiful guide and teacher and example. And he brought with him many, many associates. His brother, Nityananda Prabhu, is here. And Swarup Damodar, Rai Ramananda Rupa Goswami Pad, and so many, Prabhu Mishra is here. In this chapter we are reading. So tomorrow we continue with the purport of this beautiful prayer. If we know who's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then we will definitely, yeah, make a sincere decision in our life that yes, I want to embrace the wealth that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I want to obtain that which he came to distribute in this world. Yeah. I want to be part of his business. Yeah. I want to have a good job in his company. Isn't it, Narottam? Like Narottam Das Thakur. Yeah. He has such a beautiful responsibility to distribute and to show the whole world, to teach. Yeah. So now we stop here today. Yeah. I try to encourage them. You want to say something, Kanai Prabhu? Hari Hari Bol! Tomorrow morning we continue. Yeah. What is your program tomorrow morning?
Mangal Arati is 5:45. 5:45. And
Because we have to collect some slaves. Some what? Slaves?
snails and slugs.
Snails?
Before.
Where? In the garden?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sumuki is doing that every morning. At 6 o'clock she's gonna go find some snails to protect the crop.
Because we have 5:45 we have Mangal Arati. After that, we're doing some anik. Then at around 7 or 7:15 we continue our morning program, doing bhajans and some class. Then at 9 until 9, then we have Guru Puja till 9:15, and then
Before Mangala.
or after program or before Mangal Arati.
Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Vancha Kalpa.
The flowers? No, they are real. No, I said shoes. Yeah, they're real. Chocolate real too, right? Yeah, it's beautiful.
Brauchst du Blumen?
Ich glaube nicht mehr, oder?
Nee, im Moment nicht. Das hier, das können wir sehen.
Die ersten 2 Blüten von der einen Rose, die du letztes Jahr gebracht hast. Die wir davon haben.
Lot of construction.
Yeah.
Also für dieses Jahr.
Okay. In the garden.
No house, now the garden. Also you have a glass house.
We glass house we bring in a bundle, but I made some with plastic.
Okay.
Expensive ones.
They called also Radhavina Bihari.
Yes, and Lalita Mishra.
Lalita Mishra. Your Gauri-Chananda, what is the name?
Algonita.
Nitai Gaura Chandra.
Nitai Gaura. Nitai Gaura Chandra.
Which one you
Nitai
like?
Gaura. Jaya Nitai Gaura Sundar.
And then on the right is Tulasi Devi.
And Gaur is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
From Radha
So Gaur Sundar or Gaur Chandra are two names for
where is she? From maybe
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When he was living in Navadvip.
Also das sind zwei Namen. Nitai, Gaurachandra sind zwei Namen für Mahaprabhu. Nitai ist Nityananda und Gaura Chandra ist Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chandra means the moon-like Mahaprabhu.
Gaura Chandra is like the moon.
Like a moon.
And Sundar.
So beautiful and enchanting. Gaura was so enchanting and beautiful.
wieder aufgehender Mond. So, Chandra heißt der Mond. Du bist der Mond.
Jai Shri Jai Bosumina Kanda
Namen.
Hari Ki Jai Shri Radha Vinoti Hari Radha Raman Hari Radha Shyam Sundar Ki Jai Jai Shri Radha Govinda Radha Gopinath Radha Madani Mahan Ki Jai Shri Radha Radha Raman Radha Gokulananda Ki Jai Jai Nityalila Pavistram Bhat Stotra Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Shri Narayan Vasani Maharaj Shri Gurudev Ki Jai Shri Gurudev Pasada Bin Ki Jai Salila Pavistram Bhat Stotra Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Shri Brahman Vasani Shri Srimad Vasani Maharaj Ki Jai Salila Pavistram Bhat Stotra Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Salila Pavistram Bhat Stotra Shata Shri Srimad Bhakti Bhagyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Prabhu Ki Jai Jagat Guru Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prameshti Gurudev Ki Jai Paramahansa Shri Gokishwar Swami Maharaj Ki Jai Satchidananda Shri Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Shri Gauriya Vaishnava Acharya Varga Ki Jai Shri Upananda Guru Varga Ki Jai Shri Saraswati Swami Prabhu Ki Jai Shri Sarvapramada Vaikamanandi Gaura Kashipatan Ki Jai Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prince Guru Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavind Ki Jai Shri Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai Shri Mayapur Seva-Ashram Ki Jai Jai Shri Radha Krishna Rupa Gopi Gopakam Radhastavanatmaka Shri Vatsamandara Ki Jai Shyama Kunda Radha Kunda Munadanga Tulsi Bhakti Devi Ki Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Sudarshan Ki Jai Bhakta Vikya Vinashana Shri Vishnu Bhagavan Ki Jai Bhakta Pavara Shri Paramahansa Ki Jai Shri Sampradaya Ki Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai Kantarat Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai Shri Anashtakoti Vaishnavin Ki Jai Samagara Bhaktavin Ki Jai Shri Gaura Premanande
Hari Hari Bol.
Devai Priya Kesasya Krishna Bhakti Devi Satya Mona Panchakatvatarupesa Kripa Sindhuya Vasa Ekitarupayo Vaishnavi Wie Urlaub von deinen ganzen Arbeitswichten oder das